Morning, Plum here, playing World of Tanks. No, I have not died. Some of you might have been concerned, but no, I'm fine. Just busy doing other things in my life. Anyway, time to get back to doing a bit of World of Tanks action. This is a replay. Who's in the replay? It's me, last night. This is my ace tanker, finally in the IKV 90 Type B. This is a pretty gripping match. At the end of it, I was shaking like this. I really was like that. Anyway, I'm lining up my first shot. Like I always do when I'm in a tank destroyer, most of the time, particularly this tank destroyer, I managed to get a nice clipping shot on the M5 and tracked him in position. So we're already off and running. We've got 500 combined spotting, actual damage done, and then I get a little bit, the shot just goes left. It was green, it was on the tank, it just drifted slightly to the side. Now I do have a fantastic crew in this machine. It's my ladies, my Swedish ladies. And they do a fantastic job in this machine. They've got Sisterhood of Steel. They've all got 2 crew skills additional on top of that. And I was running the cinnamon buns. But that was costing me quite a bit of money actually, even when I bought a whole bunch for 10,000 each in the sale. We do manage to get a couple of shots into the IS as it went across the gap. And I'm starting to think that looking at the mini-map, we've lost that centre piece on... Let me just ping it on the map. Well, here. We've lost this section here, so I'm anticipating enemy tanks coming to this ridgeline. This ridgeline, you see my cursor up here, I'm anticipating tanks appearing on that ridgeline, so I decide to fall back into these bushes. This tank is it's quite unique, I suppose, in that it's a lightly armoured TD and it doesn't have a turret. Unlike, say, the T-67, which is lightly armoured, but it's got speed and mobility and a turret. It turns very slowly, but it's got a turret. This one does not. It has got good gun traverse though, over the front of the gun. It's probably something like 10 degrees either way, maybe 20 degrees total. I'm not sure exactly what the figure is, but who cares? There it is on the screen. You can see what it's like, and that's all that's important. So I'm going to be very patient. I'm going to have quite a lot of patience in this game, to be honest. I'm going to be sitting in this part of the map now for the majority of the rest of this game, but don't turn off because it is quite good. Panzer III 4 comes over the ridge, and they're doing exactly what I hoped they would do. Trying to get this shot. I just missed the shot at the Cromwell B as he comes down. They're really amazing shots to take because a tank, you're able to shoot parts of a tank you're never normally able to shoot. Skoda T40 comes up to the ridge. They're trying to get shots across the minimap at my KV-85, I think, and the Rudy tank. And he's happy to take a couple. I'm not sure why he did that. He wasn't tracked, I don't believe. And another tank comes howling down. Yeah, like I was saying with the Cromwell, when they're coming down that slope, you can shoot them in the top of the tank. Well, they've only ever normally got about 15 to 20 millimeters of armour. So you get maximum penetration. Get a nice shot into the cupola of the IS. Anticipating him coming across. Thinking, come on, reload. You can see a rock there. I think that we just missed our maybe a kill shot. Then we get another customer. The Panzer III 4 decides to come back. I think he completely forgot that I shot him from this position. Surely he knew I was here. That Skoda T40's behind a rock. And he's going to sit there for a little while. Now... we are dropping tanks. They are winning this by a considerable margin. I managed to just creep out, crest the ridge a little bit. Doesn't have very good gun depression, the IKV, but it had enough then to get the shot across and down the map at the IS. Feeling a little bit better about the situation. I got 3 kills. Now I'm playing this tank a lot still because I love this tank. There is something about it which is the sneakiness factor. It's got the concealment which makes it be able to sit back and just deal out the punishment in a very sneaky way, and you feel bad about it sometimes when tanks don't even see you. I have got 6th sense, and have I been spotted yet? It's one of those things, I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Skoda T40's being an absolute pain in the butt, just sitting behind that rock. It's like I can't push up. I'd like to push up to the ridge where I was at the start of the game and get shots down towards that Panther if he's still down there. Anticipating he is. He's on the move. So now I'm going to try and lead a shot here. I'm thinking, well, I think it's about there somewhere. Take the shot. I thought I got it briefly, but it wasn't me. And then I do get a clean shot at the side of his turret, but that was tentative at best. See the shot on the side of the Yang Panzer IV. I think he's aware that I fired because that shell landed right next to him. And he decides to back off. So the situation's looking grim now. It's just myself and the Lorraine 15550 behind me. Just take control of the camera. There he is. We're both sat on full hit points, 340, 800. Towards the end of this game, we do what we need to do to pull this thing out, and I'm very grateful to Tommy Tanker 2 for doing what he did towards the end. I couldn't do it because of the I'll explain it when it happens, why I didn't do what he does. I get a lot of indecision towards the end of this match. I'm sitting in this bush thinking, oh, should I go? Should I stay? And thankfully, Panzer IV gives me a shot into the front of his tank, and Tommy Tanker 2 gets another kill. So we're up to 5 kills between us now. I do make the right decision. I know it's the right decision, but I'm questioning it the entire time, thinking, should I do this? Should I do that? Panther decides to push up, and I think, oh, he's going to go forwards. No, he's going to go backwards. I managed to just tug a shot on him and actually kill him. And that shot was tentative. I thought, oh, I could feel my hands, not exactly. I wasn't playing casually, if you like. I'm starting to get the adrenaline now. I'm thinking, oh my god, it's 2 versus 3. They've got 2 artillery. They've got that T150. So, in tactical terms now, I'm thinking stay in these bushes, because the T150's got much worse view range than probably I have. I've got incredibly good concealment, particularly when I'm in bushes. So I can move around here quite safely. And even if the T150 is on that ridge opposite, I get control of my cursor, this ridge up here, which is where I'm anticipating him being, judging where he is on the mini-map, I'm thinking he's got to be up here on this ridge line trying to spot us, because he knows that we're over in this corner. Where else would we be? So now it's time to put the patience hat on. Just sit there patiently and wait. Why don't I push up? Because this tank just does not do well when it's brawling with enemy tanks. If you're going to try and push up, you need to push up under concealment through a forest, or have buildings to tuck in behind. So I am quite happy, quite content to shoot over open ranges, which is what this tank excels at. It's really accurate. After this match, I played the SU-122, and instantly the difference with the shell velocity time is much slower than this gun. Now the Grill 150, he does a really good job actually, because he hits me a couple of times in these bushes. My tracks are taken out. I decided I better move. I can't recall now whether he can actually tell that he hit me or not. It'd be a bit unfair, wouldn't it, if he could tell that he hit me? If he gets a readout saying, oh, you've done tracking damage and critical damage and an actual bit of damage, that would be totally unfair. So I move a little bit, thinking he might, if he did see that, you've hit something. No, get 1 point of damage that time. I'm thinking, oh god, this is a bit sweaty palms. He knows we're over in this corner. How many hit points does that guy? He's still got 340. I think he's going to take a hit in a moment, because that is a rather kind of tank-shaped kind of looking bush there, as was these ones. When you think about what they look like from above, that little bush cluster that he sat in is probably the one you might want to go for if you're in enemy artillery. We're waiting. I think he does take a hit. I'm pretty sure he does. Yeah, playing the SU-122, even with 100% crew, the shots were going wild. They're much more erratic because it doesn't have the accuracy that this gun has. Manoeuvring around the map was more slow and because it's just not as manoeuvrable as this tank is. And the gun traverse isn't as good, isn't as wide. Gun arc. Both tier 7s, I do have a good game actually in that match I'm talking about, but there's something about this tank, the balance of manoeuvrability, accuracy and stealthiness when you're in bushes and you've got 100% crew. It's really, really good. You can do a lot. I think it's the accuracy that counts over these sort of mid to long ranges with this gun. Ooh, there's a big hit on the Tommy Tanker 2. He's getting fed up now. He's like, right, I'm leaving. I'm going to do this. So this is the moment I was talking about earlier. Should I be doing this? Should I be the one that's pushing across the map to draw out the T150? I don't think I should be, because he'll probably see me and he'll probably shoot me. And then, in all likelihood, he knows that we've got an artillery. He's probably going to either move, or potentially the 155-50 is going to miss. And there he is. So this is why this is working better. He's spotted him. I've got the accuracy and the rate of fire. So I get my first shot in. I am zoomed in. That was just me on the old camera view. And then this shot is fantastic. My heart is pumping now. I can tell you, I'm standing right in this very same spot last night. I'm thinking, oh my god, this is totally open now for winning. I've got 5 kills. They've got 2 enemy artillery left. I can do this. If I can get into a position where we can spot the artillery. We've got a few uncertainties now. Maybe the 2 artillery, they're not in a platoon, but maybe they'll decide that they're going to push our base and go as a pair. We're going round to the east. They might come round to the west, maybe, but it's not likely. They're artillery. They're probably going to sit tight. I've got no time to type anything here, so I decided to just say FMG. I think, no, I'm going to communicate with the guy, because show him I'm on the same wavelength that he is, and I engage auto drive and just type in get to a good spot and wait for me, which he pings affirmative to. And I'm obviously going to try and be the spotter while he does the death dealing from up at the lighthouse. Is this going to work? So this is a tense time now. We've managed to drag it back. We were outnumbered at least 2 to 1. But playing smart in this tank's strength is sitting back and shooting over distance, which is exactly what I did with the tank. If I was the one to have pushed up against that T150, I think he might have hit me, he might not. But once I was spotted, our artillery would have probably had a fire at him, maybe hit him, maybe missed. I've just been detected. So now I'm freaking out a little bit, thinking, oh god, there's the artillery. He's to my left flank. If I take camera control, there he is. And he's on the ridge line. He's looking for a shot at me. Obviously, Tommy up on the hill can see him as well. So he's aiming, 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 aiming. I'm driving, trying to drive like I'm drunk. Not going in a straight line at all. Thinking if I get one-shotted now by artillery, I am going to be absolutely furious with myself that happened. So I decided to keep going in the same direction. You never know whether to change your tack on this and think, I'll turn around now and go back the way I came. But I think smart players who are on the enemy normally anticipate that. So I'm thinking, I think I'll just keep going the same way and not do what I might normally do. So I'm anticipating he's probably fallen back down into that valley floor. I then get the M44 up. I really quickly grab a shot because my heart is in my mouth right now. I'm thinking, oh my god, this is totally for winning this. This could be my ace tanker. I've only had my first class and I've played over nearly 100 games in this tank and still haven't been able to get my ace tanker. And I can feel it, I can taste it. It's right here for grabbing. Tommy does a cracking job there, kills the M44. Now I'm not thinking about brothers in arms. We could get brothers in arms now. He's got 3 kills. But that is the furthest thing from my mind. I'm thinking, where has he gone? Where is this grill? He's down there behind. No, he's not behind the rock. He's trying to get a shot at me. He misses. Thank God he misses, because he probably would have one-shotted me. I have no armour at all. So I've had my lucky break. And unfortunately, he doesn't sit and face me, because if he faced me, we could have face hugged. Potentially with a gun roll on this, as you're going to see, I might have killed him. I may not have, because my first shot leaves him with 2 hit points. And maybe he's reloaded by now, and if we were facing off against each other, we could have killed each other with splash damage. I don't know. But, whew, that game was tense as hell for me, and afterwards, I was standing there just having that, when you know you've had a really good game, I was just absolutely buzzing. It was fantastic. Let's take a look at my post-game stats on that one. Whew. Finally, I've got my ace tanker in the IKV 90 Type B. It's frustrating when you play a tank and you love it, and you play it a lot, and you're getting quite a few first class mastery badges, but you just can't quite have that game where it all just clicks into place and you can do what you need to do to get the ace. And we did manage to pick up high caliber, also Top Gun. When you sort it by XP, it was good. I didn't think it was going to be that good actually. I thought it might be 1100 XP, but I actually got nearly 1400 base XP for that one. Yeah, it took me a little bit by surprise, so yeah. I was feeling good, and then I was feeling really good when I saw my base XP. Damage done over 3000. I think that's probably the highest I've got in that tank, obviously, probably to get ace tank, and it needs to be. And Tommy Tanker 2 did bring up a 3rd spot on XP, and he also needs to bring that 3rd spot. So we also need to thank the Wiwek in his Leo. He also did a good job for the team, breaking the 1800 barrier. The 3 of us did the majority of the damage on the team. That Jag Panther, he was proving problematic on the enemy team, as was that T150 in the end. I'm so pleased I was able to snatch that shot. That was a really clutch moment. If I'd missed that shot, he would have probably killed our artillery, and then it would have been a lot more difficult to pull that result out. It could have been even more epic, because it would have been me versus 3. I'm quite happy to have had Tommy Tanker 2 along for the ride at the end. It really was nice having him on top of that hill. Detailed report, 42,000 in the bank. That's a really good result. Direct hit 17, 16 penetrated, fired 24, missed a couple. There were quite a lot of long range shots in that game. But all in all, that went really well, and I'm absolutely... It's a good video to come back on. It really is. Thanks for watching that one, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it immensely. I haven't had a good game like that, an epic game where you're just buzzing at the end for a good number of, maybe even months, actually, probably a couple of months since I've had a game like that where it all felt like it was just there for taking, but it still could go wrong and I could lose. I've had a few games in the last few months that have been like that, and we've lost, and something bad's happened. I've been one-shotted, or it's just not gone well, and you think, that was so close. But thankfully, that was one where it went well. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed that one. Hopefully my level of enthusiasm for that replay has come through in my commentary on that one. Woo. I wish I could have more games like that every day. Or do I? Because it's hard work on your heart, isn't it? Anyway, it's Thursday, so I think I'm doing a live stream tonight, I think. Not sure where it is yet, whether it's on Rich's channel or on my channel. I'll probably do a tea time video just highlighting where it's going to be. So if you want to see a good hour and a half at least of myself and a couple of most excellent gentlemen playing tanks, and tune in this evening around 9:15 to 9:30 PM. Nice and early for you lot in the United States and South America. A little bit late in the day for you lot over in the Far East, but just nice for a late evening. I don't know what, and sit and put it on the telly with the family. Maybe not the family. Maybe just go to your room and watch it. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. Keep those replays coming in. I know I've been absent for the last couple of weeks, but I have made some significant headway on my Star Trek reviews. I've got this vision. I feel like Gene Roddenberry. I've got this vision of what I want to do, and I'm kind of putting things in place to make it happen. So hopefully when that does finally get released, which might be within a couple of weeks, hopefully if I can keep the momentum going in my mind and in what I want to do, you'll see something completely different on the channel, and it's going to be hopefully really good, or it's going to absolutely suck and I'm going to think that was a mistake. And I'll just delete that video forever after the first one. Hopefully not. Anyway, have a good day, everyone, and I shall play World of Tanks again soon. Kaida pow, and hopefully see you on the live stream tonight. Come and say hi. We always do like engaging with you lot on the chat. That's really the highlight. Anyway, take care. Have a good day. Bye-bye.